if you are trying to move to the UAE, it is okay. But bear in mind, if you have no skill or you don't have any form of education that can get you a higher amount of money, the least paid person here, or the amount of money you can earn here, is about $280 to $300. Convert that. I know most of you don't know about the dirhams, but it ranges between 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 dirhams upwards, depending on your experience or expertise. Trust me, when you live in this country and you upgrade yourself, you can earn a lot of money, you can make a lot of money. People are living here comfortably and they are doing very fine for themselves. Sharing accommodation for some time until you get a better job that is going to be able to get you a better place to live isn't a crime. Most people in Europe, if they will tell you the truth, most people in America, if they will tell you the truth, most people in Canada, if they will tell you the truth, do share accommodation too. And I think there is nothing wrong with that. Now, if you need anything from America, you need any products from China, be it blenders, be it kettle, be it rice cookers, whatever you are looking for, Portia does this. Now, I and Portia have teamed up to get your products shipped from whichever country to Ghana for you. Now, what is beautiful is we do not take any amount of money from you when you order for any product. We just take your product, what kind of product you need, and then ship it from whichever country we will get it from to Ghana for you. When the goods arrive, we call you, you come take them, and then you make payments, all necessary payments, and then you claim your goods. Okay, so visit Portia's Pre-Order and More on TikTok, or you can get in touch with the number I am going to post down here for any orders you want to place from whichever country to Ghana.
Call me. They stared me with your orders. 300 cities. Okay. All colors available. I have white, ash, green, blue, pink. All colors available. Thank you.
As to whether the UAE is a good place to move to for greener pastures, that would depend on individual differences. Okay, one man's poison is another man's meat. The UAE is a country that is, governed by Sharia laws. With that being aside, they have the interest of the laborers at heart. They've laid down rules and regulations to, employees. Is it employees? To employers, governing their employees, not to cheat on them, but to make them feel comfortable. Now, even though employees are being underpaid, they are being given accommodation free of charge, depending on the amount of salary you are taking. If you are taking below 2,000 dirhams, you are being given an accommodation or you are being paid to rent a place sometimes. It is two ways. It's either the company gives you an accommodation or they give you money to pay for accommodation. That is the law. Now, with this being aside, the company caters for your transportation depending on where you are living and working. If you are not closer to your company, then the company takes care of your transportation to and from work. Taking out all these things, after you're being paid, no taxes apply to your salaries. Like, you are not being charged any tax on your salaries. The least paid person here in the UAE takes about 1,200 dirhams, which is about $300. $300 or $280, which is the amount of money he or she has at hand at the end of the day. That is the least paid person here in the UAE. I learned lots of people are underpaid, like they are paid lesser than this amount of money, but the least paid here is about $280 to $300. I am not saying this is a good salary for anybody who is working 12 hours. But comparing this to people I have actually talked to in the United States and people I have talked to in Europe, when they are being paid their $2,500, they are being paid their $1,500, they are being paid their $1,800, and they take out taxes, rents, bills, and all that out of that money, they are kind of left with chicken change, like almost the $250 or the $200 I am talking about, or the ones that people take here in the UAE. With that being aside, in the UAE, when you are sharing accommodations, when you are being presented or given an accommodation, you would have to share with your colleagues or the people you work with. Now the heat is coming, summer is approaching, and the heat is fast rising. It is getting, worse each and every day after the flood here in the UAE. Now, sharing an accommodation does not guarantee you privacy. You don't have any kind of privacy. Even though you don't have that kind of privacy, it is also the duty of your employer to provide you with a visa or residency or stay here in the country. So therefore they pay for your visas, they sponsor your visas, and you are not supposed to worry about your visas at the end of the day. Now, living in the US, living in Europe, I think, I am not saying this on a concrete terms, or I am not being specific about this, because I know less about Europe, I know less about US, but I know more about the UAE. You're being sponsored free of charge by your employer, even though sometimes some employers want you to pay some amount of money, like pay some of the, you know, the bills when it comes to renewing your visas. But when you get a proper employer, they take zero amount of money. The reason why these people or most employers take money from workers is that most people watch their employers process their visas for them, and after their visas are ready or their visas are out and they have residency, they leave the job and claim the salary is too less. They can't take such amount of salary, so they won't work there anymore. Now imagine paying a huge amount of money on someone's visa, on someone's residency, and at the end of the day you lose them simply because they think they are overworking and they are less paid. Comparing this to the Europes, Americas, and then the Canadas, I don't know, about some time ago I learned Canada also does free sponsorship or sponsors the visas of their workers. I have no idea about that. If you have more knowledge about this, just put it in the comment section for people to learn from it. I can't say for a fact, I can't state for a fact that people out there are also being sponsored by their employers, but that is what is done here in the UAE. Not thinking about my visas at the end of the year, not thinking about my permit at the end of the year could actually give you some kind of release of tension, whereas you can focus on life and then upgrade yourself. Trust me, when you live in this country and you upgrade yourself, you can earn a lot of money, you can make a lot of money. People are living here comfortably and they are doing very fine for themselves. Now, I wouldn't force you to leave your comfort zone, especially if you are someone who is not adaptable to systems and you cannot actually upgrade yourself in terms or in case you are supposed to. You don't need to move. If you are not adaptable to change, if you are that kind who is not ready to change your ways, then this journey isn't for you. Better stay in your home country and enjoy. So if you ask me, there's the little tips I can give you about this place. Just compare them. If you have people in Canada, you have people in Asia, you have people in Europe, you have people in America, you can ask them about it. Put what I've said into consideration and then, reminisce. Just keep them in mind, keep them both in mind, compare and see which or where would be best for you. Sharing accommodation for some time until you get a better job that is going to be able to get you a better place to live isn't a crime. Most people in Europe, if they will tell you the truth, most people in America, if they will tell you the truth, most people in Canada, if they will tell you the truth, do share accommodation too. And I think there is nothing wrong with that. Now, this is their country. They live by their rules. Whether you like it or not, the rules remain. Even though they try to relax certain rules for certain people due to the fact that it is a tourist country, does not mean they are supposed to abolish their own, culture or morals just to adapt to foreign rules or foreign, laws. Okay, so yeah, this is the little I have for you. Like, if you are trying to move to the UAE, it is okay. But bear in mind, if you have no skill or you don't have any form of education that can get you a higher amount of money, the least paid person here or the amount of money you can earn here is about $280 to $300. Convert that. I know most of you don't know about the dirhams, but it ranges between 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 dirhams upwards, depending on your experience or expertise. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I guess this video is good enough to educate you a little bit. I guess it is informative enough to have you, get to know what you really want to come for. Don't just move because you hear people move, or don't just move because you think you have to move. But think about it. Are these things that will help you in case you should move from your home country to this country? And also do well to ask questions like, ask questions, call people you know. If you don't know anybody, get on social media. Now TikTok is just flooded with people giving out information about traveling to various countries. You can seek information from them. If you slide into the comment section, I can also help you out with certain, answers or experiences that I have had here, which might help you a lot. Now, you can also get in touch with me via email. You can get to me through my email, and I can also help you over there. Before we end this video, do well to hit on that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, be a part of the family. Share for others to have a feel of what we are doing here. Do like the video if you do like them, and then comment. Put your comment down there so I know your thoughts and what you're thinking about whilst you're watching my video. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and be good. See you on the next one.